Before we crack open tonight's cursed can of content, I just want to say a big thank you to all our subscribers, and an extra sinister shout out to the loyal members of the Sinister Elite. You legends help keep the darkness alive. If you're enjoying the stories and want to take it a step further, hit that like button, make sure you're subscribed, and consider joining the Sinister Elite by clicking that join button below. Members get access to creepy custom emojis and exclusive Sinister Elite badges that level up the longer you survive with us. It's like loyalty, but spookier. All right, lights off, headphones in, and let's summon something we'll all regret. You ever hit that point in life where your standards are so low, you'd sell your soul for a large fry and a paycheck that clears before rent's due? Yeah, that's where I was. My name's Cody, 28. Used to be a full-time DJ, had dreams, a SoundCloud, a pretty solid mullet. But dreams don't pay rent and SoundCloud don't buy toilet paper. So when I saw the McDonald's on 8th and Maple with a now hiring night shift cash daily sign, I walked in like it was my destiny. First thing I noticed, the manager was already wearing sunglasses, indoors, at night. "You here for the graveyard shift?" he asked, not looking up from his phone. "Yeah, I'll mop blood. I mean grease. I meant grease. Sorry." He smirked like that was the right answer. "Cool. Clock in at 10:45 p.m. Don't be late. Bathroom breaks are scheduled and we don't question inventory. You'll learn fast." I should have walked out right then, but I needed that paycheck more than I needed peace of mind. Night one was normal, I guess. Boring. A homeless guy asked if we still served the McHuman. I laughed. He didn't. Just shuffled off, muttering something about special deliveries and toe bones in the fryer. I didn't sleep great that morning. Night two was busier. A van showed up around 2 a.m., blacked out windows. No plates. The manager, Ray, greeted them at the back door like old friends. I watched from the kitchen, flipping patties and pretending not to see them unload a heavy red cooler that leaked something thick and dark. Ray caught me looking and grinned. "You'll get your rule card soon." "Rule card?" He didn't answer. Just tossed me a McChicken and walked off humming the ba da ba 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 jingle like it was a funeral march. Night 3 was when I got the rules. Ray handed me a laminated card during my smoke break. I was in my car, half-baked from a little break weed when he tapped the window. I damn near ate my blunt. "Here," he said, sliding the card onto my lap. "Study it. Live by it. Especially Rule 4. I read it. McDonald's night shift. Internal protocol. Confidential. Do not open the red stickered boxes. If an order comes through labeled number 33, only hand it to a customer with no shadow. If a patty moves on the grill, don't flip it. Burn it. Never ask about the premium meat. If someone in a Ronald costume enters, clock out and leave. Don't look back." I blinked. "Is this a prank?" Ray just smiled and walked back inside, leaving a trail of wet footprints behind him. The pavement wasn't even wet. I laughed it off. Kind of. Until 3:15 a.m. when I got my first number 33 order. The drive-thru headset crackled. "Order for 33, the voice said, all staticky and slow. I hit the camera. No car, but the order was on the screen. Plain cheeseburger, medium fry, no drink, total $6.66. All right, that's weird. Then I noticed something on the camera. Not a car, a man, standing, in the drive-thru lane. Still, pale, and a no shadow. I grabbed the bag and walked out to the window. My hands were shaking. The man stepped forward. His eyes were gray. Not blue-gray, full gray, like rotted meat. And I swear his hands were wrong. Too long, too clean. I held out the bag. He didn't blink. "Have a good night," I said, voice cracking like puberty hit me again. He took the bag, smiled. His teeth were too small, too many of them. Then he turned and walked off toward the woods behind the store. Never made a sound. I slammed the window shut and ran back to the kitchen like my soul was on fire. Ray was leaning against the fryer, arms crossed. "You handled that well," he said. "Most newbies cry." I'm gonna cry in the freezer later, I whispered. Good. Just don't open the red box. And with that, he walked into the walk-in and didn't come out for 20 minutes. When he did, he had a new cooler. Blood was leaking from the bottom. This ain't McDonald's anymore. This is some McNightmare. And I'm starting to think the slogan "I'm loving it" means something else down here. I spent most of that shift hiding behind the shake machine like a little league catcher on Taco Tuesday. Ray pretended nothing weird happened. He was humming Old McDonald Had a Farm, but instead of "moo moo" here, he muttered, "Scream, scream" here. Cool. Super normal. Around 4 a.m. things got quiet. Real quiet. No traffic, no fryer hiss, not even the soft buzz of the menu boards outside. Just that awful silence that makes your teeth itch. Ray handed me a mop and said, "Blood cleanup." Lobby. I didn't spill anything, I said, because I still had hope in humanity. Ray pointed at the play place window. There were bloody handprints on the inside of the glass. Tiny ones. I grabbed the mop and went full dead-eyed mode, sloshing cherry-scented denial across the tiles. That's when I saw it, the red box. It sat in the prep area near the walk-in freezer. Metal. Cold. A red sticker with a skull and crossbones slapped on the lid. It pulsed slightly, like it was, breathing? I stared at it like an idiot. And that's when Ray's voice came over the intercom. "Cody, don't open it." "I'm just looking," I yelled. "Geez." But my dumb stoner brain had already started wandering. Why not open it? Just a peek. Just enough to get an idea of what we were serving at 2 for $5 during Hell Hour. Ray must have left the camera booth because I didn't hear him anymore. No footsteps, no intercom. Just that box. And me? Alone. And then it whispered. Not in words, more like thoughts. Like it was in my head, purring in McSanskrit. I touched the lid. It was warm, and it smelled not awful, not blood, not rot. More like a smoked brisket? I glanced around, popped the latches, and cracked it open an inch. That's when I saw it. A vacuum-sealed bag, with a name tag inside. "Hello, my name is Kevin." And a forearm. Tattooed. Still twitching. I slammed the lid and stumbled back into the fry station, knocking over a bucket of McNuggets. My heart was doing backflips. My stomach was doing Fortnite dances. Ray appeared like a ghost from the back hall. "You looked, didn't you?" he said. "What the hell is this place, man? I just wanted a job." Ray lit a cigarette and exhaled like someone who's buried too many bodies. "This isn't a franchise," he said. "It's a feeder." "A what?" He pointed at the drive-thru window. "There are things older than time, Cody. They get hungry, but they're picky. Human meat? Nah, not fresh enough. They like processed, seasoned, fast food style." I blinked like he'd hit me with a grease trap. "You mean we're serving people to monsters?" Ray nodded. "The Big Mac of the Abyss. The Grimace Cult. Whatever you want to call them. They've been dining here since the 80s. Why do you think the McDLT got discontinued? It attracted them too fast." My brain short-circuited. I think I peed a little. "Look," Ray said. "You follow the rules, you live. Break 'em, and you end up in the box." That was enough for me. I clocked out, ran to my car, and peeled out of the lot like I was being chased by the Hamburglar with a machete. At home, I tried to convince myself it was just a weird prank, a sick joke. But when I opened my backpack to grab my vape, the rule card was glowing faintly. And a second one had appeared. It was written in blood. Secondary protocol. Warning status. You've looked inside. The watcher knows you now. Do not sleep near any open windows. Check your reflection hourly. If it smiles without you, run. You will receive a test. Pass or be processed. Do not ignore Rule 4. I haven't slept in 27 hours. And tonight, I have to go back. Ray said if I don't clock in, they'll send someone to pick me up. Not a manager. Not corporate. Someone. And I'm pretty sure it's the guy in the Ronald costume. I saw him last night, standing in my backyard, waving. I didn't plan on going back. Seriously. I had my keys, a bag of Funyuns, and a Motel 6 brochure in my hand. I figured I'd drive until the gas ran out or I hit a Taco Bell that still honored the $5 box. But right before I could start my car, my phone buzzed. No number, just a single word in the message. Clock in. Then my headlights turned on. I didn't touch anything. And someone in a Ronald McDonald costume walked across my front lawn and vanished behind a tree. I went back. I'm not proud, but when you're being hunted by a clown whose shoes echo inside your soul, you put the keys in the ignition and thank God your POS Civic still runs. I pulled up to the restaurant around 10:42 p.m. Ray was already out front, smoking, wearing an apron that said, "Employee of the damn month." "Welcome back," he said, deadpan. "Yeah, I missed the human jerky and the ghost customers," I muttered. He tossed me a headset and clapped my shoulder. "You're adapting. That's good. They like that." "They?" He didn't answer. Midnight hit like a shotgun blast. The menu boards flickered, the grills hissed on their own, and the back cooler let out a sound that can only be described as a moan-gargle-scream hybrid. The first 2 hours were uneventful, aside from the burger patty that kept whispering my mom's maiden name while it cooked. But around 2:10 a.m., Ray handed me an old Polaroid camera. "No orders tonight. Just watch the monitor and take a picture of any customer that looks wrong." "Define wrong," I said. "You'll know," he replied. "They can't hide the eyes on film." I didn't like that sentence at all. I sat in the back, next to the camera monitor, feeling like I was about to play Five Nights at Freddy's but without the power doors. At 2:33 a.m., a black sedan pulled into the drive-thru. No driver, just gliding forward. An arm stuck out the window, bony, too many joints, and dropped a gold coin into the tray. The monitor glitched hard, like the pixels screamed. I took a photo. When it developed, the picture showed not the car, but a woman standing in the lobby. She was soaking wet, mouth wide open. No eyes, just two tiny burgers where her eyes should have been. I dropped the camera. Ray picked it up, glanced at the photo, smiled. "They're getting bold. Must be burger season." "What the hell is burger season?" I shouted. He handed me a tray with one item, a burger wrapped in gold foil. "Deliver this to the car." "I'd rather eat a bath bomb." "Cody," he said, voice flat. "Either you hand that thing its order or your next week's Angus Deluxe." I took the tray, walked to the window. The sedan's window was cracked just enough for me to slide it through. A sound came from inside, wet chewing and humming, the jingle. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. But it was off-key, slowed down, like it was being sung through a throat full of marbles. Then the tray floated back, empty, except for another Polaroid photo. It was of me, standing in front of the McDonald's. But in the picture, I had no eyes. Ray looked at it and nodded like he expected this. "It's the test. Rule 4, remember? They're watching. You passed by obeying." I wanted to puke, I wanted to scream, but instead I just said, "I need a smoke break." He handed me a lighter with "Property of the Void" engraved on the side. "You've got 6 minutes," he said. "Don't stray off property. The lawn is hungry." I sat out back, chain smoking like my soul was flammable. Then I noticed the dumpster was twitching, not shaking, not rattling. Twitching, like something inside was trying to mimic human movement. And that's when I remembered. We don't take the trash out past 3:14 a.m. It was 3:12. The dumpster lid flung open. A giant arm, stitched together from smaller arms, reached out and grabbed the fence. It pulled itself halfway up and smiled. It had a drive-through headset sewn into its face. I ran back inside, slamming the back door. Ray was waiting with a mop. "Time to clean. Something's leaking in the freezer." "I don't get paid enough for this." Ray grinned. "You're not getting paid at all. You're being kept." And now I'm wondering, What happens if I don't come back tomorrow night? Because something tells me that picture of me with no eyes isn't just a warning. It's a menu preview. I didn't sleep again. Not because I couldn't, but because my reflection winked at me when I brushed my teeth. Without me. Yeah, Rule 3 is real. So now I'm half awake, wired on 3 monsters, a gas station hot dog, and pure existential dread. Still, I clocked in. Because if I didn't, I knew Ronald would show up again. And this time, probably come inside. Ray greeted me with a tray of raw patties. They were humming, low and slow, like monks doing throat singing from the belly of a smoker. "Tonight's important," he said. "Full moon. They always get hungry on delivery nights." "Who's they?" He pointed to the menu screen. "The ones who live between the combos." That sentence ruined 3 neurons in my brain. Before I could ask more, the fryer beeped. No one touched it. And then came the knock. Not at the door, not even the window. Inside the freezer. Knock. 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 Ray froze. His cigarette fell out of his mouth and sizzled on the tile. "They're early," he whispered. He tossed me a spatula like it was a weapon. "Get to the back. Guard the door. If it opens before 2 a.m., hit whatever comes through with this. And remember, only the ones who beg are dangerous." I jogged to the freezer, weaponized spatula in hand. The knocking got louder, faster. Knock, 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 knock. Then silence. I stared at the door. My breath fogged the air. The second hand on my watch ticked to 2 a.m. The lock clicked. The freezer door creaked open, and something stepped out. It wore a McDonald's uniform. It was about 7 feet tall. No face. Just a wide, greasy smile cut across smooth flesh. Its arms were made of sleeves. Empty ones. Like dozens of discarded uniforms stitched together. It held a Happy Meal box, and it offered it to me. I stammered. I don't want a toy." The box opened itself. Inside was a photo of Ray, tied up, in the meat grinder room. The thing didn't speak. It just reached for me, head tilting. I backed up, slammed the spatula into its shoulder. It screeched like a deep fryer full of screams and dissolved into a puddle of ketchup, pickles, and teeth. I stood there, panting, smelling like fear and processed beef. Ray wasn't in the kitchen. I ran to the back room and opened the meat locker. There he was, bound in plastic wrap, gagged with a chicken McGriddle. I cut him free. He gasped, then said, "They voted. They want you now." "What does that mean?" "They like you. You're funny. You scream good. You broke the rule. You're ripe." I slapped him. Probably too hard. "Ray, listen, I'm done. You can keep the spatula. You can keep the fry cook demon clown. I'm out." I turned to leave, but Ray grabbed my shirt. "You can't leave." "I quit." "You don't quit them." That's when the lights flickered. Every screen in the restaurant turned on at once. Drive-through monitor, menu boards, register displays, even the damn McFlurry machine, which never works. They all showed the same image. Me, standing in the kitchen, surrounded by smiling customers with no eyes, all clapping. A voice played over the speakers, software female, robotic. "Congratulations, Cody. You've been selected for promotion." Then I felt it. Heat. Rising behind me. The grill had turned on by itself, and a new button had appeared on the screen. "Cook. Special cut," Ray whispered. "Don't press it." I looked around. No customers, but the air buzzed. Something was here, watching, waiting. I reached for the button, just to see, but I stopped, and instead I pressed clock out. All the screens glitched, the lights dimmed, and the door unlocked. Ray stared at me. "You just hit eject. You'll be hunted now. Forever." I already was. I walked out. The parking lot was empty, but the sky wasn't right. The moon looked too close. The clouds swirled in a giant golden arch. and I swear the stars spelled I'm lovin' it. That was 24 hours ago. I'm at a rest stop in another state. I've shaved my head, ditched my phone, and burned the rule card. But just now, I heard a knock at the vending machine behind me, and a voice whispered through the snack slot. "You forgot your shift, Cody." I tried everything. Burned the uniform, tossed the headset in a ditch, even dumped a bottle of holy water in my mouth and gargled it just in case the beef demons were allergic to baptism light. Didn't matter. They found me. First it was the rappers, McDouble rappers, fluttering across motel parking lots in every state I fled to. Then, the jingle followed me. Low, slow, warped. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. One time I heard it coming from a baby monitor in a Walmart. Last night I hit rock bottom. I was hiding out in the basement of a bowling alley in Idaho. There was no Wi-Fi, no signal, just rats, old nacho cheese machines, and a blanket I think belonged to Elvis's lesser-known cousin. Then I saw it. A Happy Meal, sitting in the center of the floor, still warm. I opened it. Inside was a single fry, bent into the shape of an arrow, and under it, a note. "Come home. One last shift. We'll let you go after." I didn't believe them. Still don't. But something told me if I didn't go, they'd find someone I care about. I don't have many left, but the few I do, they don't deserve this nightmare. So here I am, standing outside that godforsaken McDonald's on 8th and Maple. 2:59 a.m. 1 minute to shift start. The building is glowing, literally glowing, golden light pulsing from the cracks like it swallowed a sun. The air smells like grilled sin and burnt nostalgia. And there's a new sign taped to the front door. This location now serves premium cuts only. I push through the door. The bell doesn't ring. The air hums like a beehive full of whispering teeth. Ray is behind the counter, but his skin is clear now, transparent. I can see the meat inside, and it's still moving. "You came," he says, voice static. I nod. "Let's finish this." He tosses me a fresh rule card. This one's black, with gold lettering. Final shift protocol. Don the uniform. It must accept you. Face the grill father. Do not break eye contact. Offer your worst memory as seasoning. Flip your own patty. Serve yourself. Leave before sunrise. Or stay forever. Ray leads me to the grill room. It's different now. Bigger. The walls breathe. The floor pulses like meat. And in the center is the grill father. He's made of stainless steel and screaming mouths. His apron says, "Manager of all." His voice is fire and static. "You have served well, Cody, but you've seen too much. You're tainted meat now. Only one thing left to do." He points at a tray. There's a burger on it, but the patty is raw, still twitching. It looks like me. He hands me a spatula. "Flip it." I stare at it. The burger whispers, "Don't do it. You still have a choice." That's when I get it. This is the final rule. Break the cycle. Burn the kitchen. I drop the spatula, grab the fuel line, rip it free. Ray screams. The grill father roars. The walls begin to melt. I light my lighter. I'm not loving it. And I toss the flame. The kitchen erupts. Screams echo in 12 languages. Fryers explode like greasy volcanoes. The menu boards collapse into ash. And somewhere, I hear Ronald shriek. I run, out the front, into the street. My arms burning, my chest heaving. Behind me, McDonald's implodes, folding in on itself like a cursed Lunchable, sucked back into hell. And then, silence. The sun rises. For the first time in weeks, I feel warm. Real warm. Not fryer heat, not stomach acid, just peace. A car pulls up. It's not black, it's not driverless. It's just some old guy in a Buick. "You okay, son?" he asks. I nod. I think I quit. That was 2 months ago. I work at a local Waffle House now. It's weird, yeah, but it's human weird. The other day, a customer asked for the number 33 special and winked. I handed him hash browns and said, "Not today, brother."